We wanted to talk to you a little bit about the BC-1, our smallest commercial size roaster. Makes a great sample roaster. Does between 4 ounces and a pound maximum. It comes with a one single Omron and one thermocouple, and it does have its own built-in USB port. I'll show you that in a minute. But a lot of people, when they really want to do a lot of sample testing and profiling, they wanted to add up to 4 thermocouples, and so we made it available to where, as you can see in this picture, where you can install 2 separate thermocouples. Those are with 8mm screw holes. The BC-1s come standard with those holes drilled out, and they're capped with the nice bolts, but you can take those out and you can put 30mm long thermocouples in there that have an 8mm hole. Did I say that right? I might not have said that right, but anyway, 2 thermocouples fit in there, and then you can run the 2 wires to the back and attach them to a fidget like I have, which can be attached to a place on the unit, or you can just leave it sitting on your tabletop or desk, since this is a small unit, for hooking into a computer. And of course a fidget hooks into a computer to run off Artisan, and can run Artisan on all types of computers: Linux, Windows-based computers, and Apple computers. So this is a little close-up view. As you can see, this is the original thermocouple that's built into the machine, runs all the way to the back, hooks up to our built-in profiling system, which works on Artisan through the Omron control. Because the roaster was so small, we couldn't put 2 Omron controls on it. So for those who want to run BT and ET through Artisan, you can hook in these additional 2 thermocouples to a fidget. And you can even, with the Fidget 1048, you can even hook in 2 more thermocouples if you wanted to run one internally up to the gas burners to get the actual heat of the burner, or if you wanted to run one for ambient temperature. Most people are pretty happy with ET and BT. And a lot of people are happy just using the built-in one, but for those who want ET as well, this is a nice feature. For those of you content with just using the bean temperature, which is really all you need for running a roaster, there's the built-in USB plug for it, and we provide a link to Artisan software as well as a cord for that standard. For those of you that prefer a fidget, this is the Fidget 1048. In the kit that we send, if you order one with the BC-1, or if you decide to get one later, you get the fidget, you get the housing for the fidget, and you get the 2 30mm long thermocouples that perfectly screw into the holes provided with the roaster. And we'll show you how you can run that. With fidgets, like with most every device, you have to have a driver. You can go to fidgets.com to download the driver for your particular device. This is the 1048. So we've powered on the machine, and we've hooked the USB into a Mac. And unfortunately, I don't have this hooked up to LPG gas, so I can't run the heat and watch it rise. But if you're familiar with Artisan, you can see it's reading in here the ET and BT at 49.1 and 49.2. And so you would start that up and run through the process. As I mentioned, you have to make sure that your driver is installed for Fidget, which you can get right off their website. I wish I had this hooked up to gas to show you, but it runs through the cycle, and as you probably know from using Artisan software, that you manually key in on when the charge is. So you have your preheat, then you click on the charge, which is when you drop the beans. Then as time goes on, you click on when the first crack starts, and it records that for you. The next one would be when the first crack ends. Okay. And then as time goes on, you would click on when the second crack starts. Heaven forbid if you take it all the way to the second crack ends. I don't recommend that for any coffee. And then, of course, when you drop it into the cooling tray, and then it begins a timing process to when the cooling process ends, which is usually 2 to 3 minutes in most of these roasters. And it's got a button for a vent that you would hit. And then, of course, you can save when you turn it off. It gives you the option to save that profile. And there you go, save, and then you would name it whatever the bean is or whatever roast you want to call it. And then you can save it on your desktop. You can save it in a file on your laptop, and then you can reprocess that file again. So very simple, as it shows ET and BT. Unfortunately, because I didn't have any temperature on, they looked like they were running simultaneously together, because there was only about a fraction of a degree before them. But this is a nice little add-on feature if somebody wants the full support of ET and BT, as well as up to 2 other temperature controls using a fidget in addition or replacing the built-in one that only allows BT. So a nice little feature. As I mentioned, the BC-1 is one of the best priced sample roasters on the market. These roasters are designed with the exact same components as in all of our commercial BC line. The Omron controls, all the professional size, so you get a good taste of what it's like to do professional roasting in a sample roaster. And since it's a stainless steel drum, you can use those profiles in your bigger roasters as well. Hope you've enjoyed watching this, and if you have any questions about the BC-1 or any of our roasters, you can email Randy at buckeyecoffee.com. You can go to our website at buckeyecoffee.com, or you can call us 623-332-1360. Thanks for watching.